Our next presenter is a certified employee benefits specialist. Ellen Friesen has an unwavering commitment to working with employers who value their employees. Ellen has found the investment that results in the strongest and longest lasting returns is an investment of his personal time and energy. He's going to come up front now and talk to you about his call for us to consider investing rather than donating in our community. Come on up, Alan.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. That song has lots of good lessons in it. One of them that I think is that during our lifetimes, we're going to be where we are in lack. We are in need of something. And that something could be money. It could be physical and mental well-being. It could be emotional support. It could be spiritual guidance, spiritual help. And then on the other side of that coin, there's times when we are in abundance. And when we're in abundance, then we have extra something that we can invest back in our community. And what things am I talking about? I'm talking about time, talking about talent, talking about treasure, those kind of things that we can use to support members in our community that don't have, that have that lack. So we basically have where people need help and people can be of help if they're in abundance. So I'm suggesting to you that if you're in abundance, then you may want to donate some of that, invest some of that in your community. And why is it an investment and not a donation? Well, here's why I think. An investment has returns. An investment, you get something back from it. Now, the returns in your community don't come back directly to the investor. They're more broad-based, right? It buoys up, it lifts the whole community. But as being part of that community, well, then you gain in that investment. So here's a good example. For 20 plus years, I've volunteered with a victim services unit that's attached to the RCMP detachments locally. And I donate my time and my talents and treasure in that arena. And I'm not particularly good at it, and I don't particularly enjoy it, but basically I pay bills and do reports and those kind of things. So I support the folks who are the advocates. And the advocates are my heroes, because basically what they do is they go and help people who are having their worst day ever. And they help them and I'm talking about where they've been assaulted or raped or beat up or they've had somebody they love die, often suddenly or violently. And so our advocates work with those people, help them get from where they're in need to enough, or maybe even beyond. So let's say Mary is one of our folks that is having her worst day ever. And Mary feels abandoned and betrayed and sad and alone. But Mary's not alone, because we have advocates. Adonis is one of them here. She's with our victim services unit. And Adonis will sit with Mary and hold her hand and cry with her and come up with a plan to move her beyond where she's in need to enough, maybe even beyond enough. Let's say that Mary gets some extra capacity for caring and compassion because of her experience. She finds she has some extra time to donate into her community. Awesome, right? So she does that, and she helps Sally and Joe and Tom to come from lack to enough. Okay, that's a great thing. Now, Mary feels pretty good in doing that, right? It feels good to do good, right? So that's a great thing. Matter of fact, Mary, she might even have her own favorite song. If you got a problem, I don't care what it is. If you need a hand, I can assure you this, I can help. I got 2 strong arms, I can help. It would sure do me good to do you good, let me help. So, how does this investment occur? So this investment occurs, you could do it one-on-one, but generally it's going to be through an agency that has resources, has a plan, knows who it is that they want to help. So where I might write a check to the Family Center, to Peter's agency, Canada Revenue Agency would say it's a donation. I say it's an investment because there's a return that comes back from that investment. Which leads me to another song lyric. My friend Paul Thorne, right? We all need to do a little more, 'cause we can't be rich when our neighbors are poor. What have you done to lift somebody up? So, enough goofing around with the singing. Basically, my message is very clear. If you are in abundance, great, but abundance is not happiness. I believe that if you invest some of that abundance into your community, that is happiness. So abundance plus the investment equals happiness. So my wish for you, be abundant, be of help, be happy.
Thanks, Alan.